1 inch there, 3.5 there, 1.5 there, plus a half. So that was, I lost count, 1.5 plus a half is 2, 5.5, 6.5. Excellent. 6.5 by 46. Try to remember that. 6.5 by 46. Where's my Sharpies? Where are my little fancy doodly doos there? Oh, well, nope, 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 nope. Ah, there we are. 6.5. 6.5. I already forgot. 46.5. Yeah, safety first. I'm of course wearing flip-flops, but at least my hands will be tidy. Naturally, got to move all the junk off of here before I use it. There's this transmission pan I'll put on one of these gears. And a gear set that I don't need, that I can't seem to throw away, but yet I keep hanging on and have no use for it. So I'll continue to put it over here so I can move it again later. It's good times. And yes, I know you have the same problem as me. Oh, probably shouldn't trip on that. Move you over there so I can move you again later. Put you over here so I forget where you're at. Yes, here we are. And these things, I don't know what to for. Well, they're stuck. Dang it. Ah, all right, there we go. I'm gonna leave these here so they'll be in my way in a little bit. Perfect. I only got to cut that in half because my sheet metal brake isn't long enough, so I got to do it in 2 pieces because why not do more work? Put you back there. Put you back there again. Actually, maybe I'll just put you away because God knows I'm not going to put you on anywhere in the near future. So I'll put you up there in my island for unwanted toys. Well, I can trip on my broom again, having forbid pick it up. All right, ready for work. So, first bend will be 1 inch. In fact, I should probably take some time and actually sand this real quick here before I get too far along and make it harder. So, brief interlude. Bend one. All right. So that bend will go on top of here. So then, that is going to be some strange numbers. So we'll go back to the old Americana there, and we are going to be 3 3/8. Walk around that, walk around here. 3 3/8. Probably should just use a damn metric system to be so much better. Which that's well, that's centimeters. Let's try that. Let's make Abraham Lincoln proud and use a metric system. That is 8 1/2. Wow, that is so much better. 8 1/2. Now that actually makes sense. Stupid fractions. Eight and a half. All right. Bend number 2. So this one has to go opposite of the last one, so we can go like that. So this one has to go opposite of the last one, so we can go like that. So next, so that is going to go like that. So now I just need to make this bend here, and that'll be a hard bend, so it'll actually will tuck into this lip here, nice and tight. See? Bent all the way around there. Alright, so that will go to that lip. And bada bing. I like that. How to do that one. And then plug some holes in it. Alright, going back to the metric system, which seems to be pretty proven here. We are 8 1/2, so half of that is going to be 4 and something. So that was going to, what is it going to be? How does it work out? 85. 8.5. I'm going to go with 85 just because I can remember that. So then I need to be 4.25 will be my center, then I'll run a line. Okay. It's still a hell of a lot better than fractions. You know what? I'm going to order myself a metric tape measure, which I've never seen here in the States. Let me see if I can find one. Hold up, hold up, hold up. See, look, stupid. No metric on there. See, nobody understands that. Stupid Americans. Maybe. Maybe I need to organize this drawer. I don't know. Maybe this guy. Alright. Yeah, I think that's going to work better. Scooter? maybe. So let's figure it out there. So it's gonna be fine. It's gonna work, I know it. So I have to weld these two panels together. So I can have a consistent hole on either side. I need to think this out so I don't screw it up. So I'm gonna go 5 centimeters on each side here. And then all the rest of these will be 10 centimeters. And that way, all the holes will be even, which I'll find out in a second when I get to the end whether I've screwed this up or not. Of course, I guess I could just leave this there and count by tens because the metric system is genius. It would be 30, so if I'm 30 there, this guy's gonna go there, and I think that's gonna be perfect. I guess I could tighten them up a little bit. So if that's there, this one centers there. Yeah, so maybe they're a little too far apart. Maybe I'll go 8. Screw it about there. That'll look better. We're gonna remap here. Start at 4. Count by 8 because the metric system is simple. That one looked beat up. There we are. And come on, you. Alright, let's move all this junk. I guess I could put these things away. I don't know, it'd be weird. Don't need that. Need to retain that. Alrighty. Yeah, missed a couple of those. Alright, got the first holes. Now I just need to enlarge them for the little, whatever it's called. Flare tool, I don't know, whatever it is. You'll figure it out. This guy. So I need to increase it with that guy. So it's got to fit that little lip there. And then press together. So easier said than done. So now I got that there. I got this, well, I got this little guy. So that will fit right in that hole. If I got an extra hand, I can hold it, which I don't. This guy goes on there, smashes it down, and we'll have magic. Hopefully. So, as you can see, there's a top and a bottom, depending on how you want to do it. So, panel is going to go like this on the truck. So I want it to push in. So that means this side goes in the front. Try that again. Everything's in my way. That goes there. Of course, that's upside down because why not? And that screws in. So now with that being said, I can either tighten this nut down or put it in my press and squash it. So I think I'm going to try the nut first, and if that works, which it usually does, but it gets harder as they get bigger. So I don't think I've even used this set yet, so, or this size. We'll give it a try. See, not too bad. Alrighty, let's check it out. Looks cooler already. Tuck that in there. Slide that down there. Alrighty, so I need to weld the other one together, and then well, I need to put some holes in there so I can brose weld it and make sure my tailgate still fits, because that'll suck if it doesn't. Break out the hole punch here and get it out of the package. Alrighty. It's just got a little hole punch in there, just like school. Alrighty, tomorrow we'll weld those in, because it's dinner time. Perfect. Alrighty. So it's just a small little gap there, which is going to be just perfect. Alrighty, now I'm going to have to do something better with the wood. Let's go. So retrial fitting my board here. no reason why I can't reuse these because everything goes back in the same way. But one thing that I did make a mistake on last time is I trimmed the board so it would land on top of this 1x1 here that was right here. Because it was so close to the edge, I could not put a bolt on it. So I'm going to replace this with a 1x2, and then I'll have space to put the bolt here where I want it. So, little improvement. Did my poor engineering. And then we're just about ready to buzz this in here, so that's going to be fantastic. Also, the way this mounts is this was sitting on top of the wood and then it all bolted down. So since I've now gotten rid of basically all that stuff that was on the old bed over there, I'm going to put a 1x2 cross brace across front and back, and then actually where the wood goes through it bolts down. Let me show you. Would mount on top of here, so the brace will go across here. We'll utilize those bolts there, which will make it all stronger. Same with up there. And then we'll be ready to mount it up. I'm gonna see if I get a chance to put some primer on this before the rain comes in. So it's expected to rain a little this afternoon, so I'll see what I can get done. So yes, that is definitely going to work better. Trim that board off there, reroute it. Bolt will land in the center. Much better. So let's do a quick measurement here between those bolts. Just going to land at a. Try that again here. So then this is the mounting bolt, and bada bing, fit right in there. Well, all right, this thing is mucho solid. It's a far improvement than what was there. So, all right, we got all that laid out. So let's buzz this in here quick. Then I'm going to cut out for my tow hitch. And this thing will be ready to mount, which with any luck will be tomorrow. Well, we'll see. I think it's time to make the magic happen. So I'm going to go over here and just plug weld all these jobbies here. I'll buzz the end over here. Beautiful as can be. We'll leave that there. Make it a nice round 20. All right. Oh, here. Oh man, it's all dried up. Oh well. I guess that's not gonna happen today. Nothing else. What is that? No, it ain't gonna work. Well, I was hoping to put some primer on that this morning, but that's not gonna be the case. So, I need to pull that bed off so I can put that bed back on. Now you'll notice, well, you probably won't notice, but there's no holes for the fenders there. So I gotta take that fender off, line it up there, drill all the holes, and then I can mount that fender onto there and that bed onto there, or vice versa. So, but one thing with this fender is it is what we call the industry foobar. I don't know what in the hell happened to this thing, but it has taken just a it's taken a massive beating here. It's like an ugly step kid. So it's like you make the decision: do I leave it as it is, or do I make a new patch panel? So I don't know how this thing got so screwed up, but I mean, it's like just way out of whack. You know, trying to retain some patina is one thing, but this might be a little bit beyond reality here. Well, this is very nice. I think it's like wall plaster behind there. This is spray paint, so I don't know. I mean, I guess if I didn't have a YouTube channel where I like repair cars and make things, I wouldn't worry about this. But you know, it's kind of what we do around here. So I guess I'll put that on my short list to fix before I mount the fender back on. So I say we roll this delightful beast out of here and get that out of my way, put this on there, and then get that off of there. So we can put that on top of there. That is today's goal. But I got one small problem. And that would be, I need to cut out for my trailer hitch before I do anything else. Because even though this is a relatively useless truck, it actually does have a tow hitch, so I can actually pull that trailer, which is pretty helpful. If you recall from about a year ago, I put my truck and that trailer in a ditch. What happened? As they say, we're in the weeds. Hope you not do that again. Oh, I hate these stupid license plate frames. Alright, so just need to get that measurement there. And that measurement there. And trim that out real quick here. So hold tight. Got goals for the day. So I'll just take and give a little on the inside and the outside, and that'll be all I need to do. Still need to drill in, or actually need to tap these and throw some primer on. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. Not as much. Well, that didn't work. Plan B. And plan B requires using the proper tool. now mount right there. So that's for the hold the tailgate. Somewhere in that ballpark. Absolutely hate galvanizing. What's going on here? Absolutely hate galvanizing. I mean, it's fantastic, but no matter what, you can't keep from smelling it and tasting it. It's pretty awful. Anyways, got a big storm rolling here, so I gotta hustle. You know, if this lift was forward like 5 feet, it would be so fantastic. It's just, I originally had planned on, when I built the shop, to expand it at some point when I had money, so I had planned on this being back about another 10 feet, but never seemed to got to that point, so. Alright, that'll do for now. Storm's rolling in, so I guess I'll use this excuse to pull my truck inside so it doesn't get rained on and go buy some primer. So I guess that'll be it. So we'll see you next time, where hopefully we'll put this thing back on and fix that wonky fender. Well, maybe. Fucking kidding me? You know, it doesn't matter whose car I hop into, either my wife or two of my daughters who still live with me. No matter what, there's not a single drop of gas in their car to be had. Literally, 2-minute drive, I gotta stop for fuel. Unbelievable. Your father is entertaining.